thank you, Mr. Clark, for having a fun class and making this year bearable.
I want to give appreciation shout out to Coach Teach because she is very encouraging, funny, and a good coach.
Shout out to Ms. Morrison because she's a great teacher. She knows how to teach, and she's good at her job.
Thank you, Mr. Salceda. I really appreciate how you really get down to earth with us kids and everything. It really means a lot.
So my favorite teacher is Chief Arms because his class is really structured and he's really nice and he just makes everything fun.
A shout out to the one and only Miss Conroy for teaching me her ways and giving me a reason to come to school.
Shout out to Mr. Hinojosa. He's my favorite teacher. He helps you with your Spanish and he'll always make sure you pass.
My favorite teacher is Miss Morrison because she gave good snacks last year.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Baines for being one of the best coaches that we've ever had, for always pushing us to our limits. And Coach Sweat too, right?
Yeah, Coach Sweat, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, we love y'all, man.
Shout out to my favorite teacher, Coach White. He makes class easy for me and pushes me to do better.
Shout out to Miss Garrett. She's my favorite teacher because her lessons are easy to understand. She calls me by my preferred name, and she's just really sweet.
My favorite teachers at school are Miss Underwood and Miss Dudley. Thank you for being our student council sponsors.
My favorite teacher is Mr. Garcia because he's the greatest teacher in the history of the universe.
Shout out to Mr. Garcia. He's always there for us. Helps us when we cry. Makes us smile.
I give a shout out to Mr. Hinojosa for just being a really cool teacher.
I like to give a shout out to Mr. Alvarado because he's a real one. He's always there and he lets me rant to him about whatever. And he's funny too, so.
Shout out to Mr. Whitworth for being so energetic last year. Thank you.
I wanted to give a huge shout out to all the teachers I've had in the past few years and to all the coaches and my student council teachers that have pushed me to my best.
I'd like to thank Coach Johnson for being a great teacher. He's able to level with us, get down to the students' level, but keep us motivated.
My favorite teacher is Miss Gorman because she's really entertaining and her class is really fun.
My shout out is to Mr. Moore. Please quit searching me.
My favorite teacher is Miss Conroy because she's always nice to us and she's very kind and she listens to our problems and helps you whenever you need help.
I appreciate Coach Bennett because he works us out a lot, but I know it'll help us and probably next year whenever we stay with him.
Shout out to Miss Victoria for being the best teacher for me.
Shout out to the cafeteria ladies because food's good.
I like to give a shout out to Coach Gibson for pushing us hard to do good in softball and to always keep me on my toes.
Thank you for Coach Young because he tortures us during football and it's just fun.
I'd like to thank Miss Garrett for helping me whenever I needed it and for always being patient even though I'm kind of stubborn.
This shout out goes to Miss Coles because she's dope, fun, and lets us eat in her class.
I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Russ for always being so comfortable with the students and always giving the little comment whenever we walk through the door, and also just bringing into his personal life and just giving us amazing stories to tell before class starts.
I would like to thank Miss Minshew because she is one of the greatest teachers out here and she'll go the longest way just to do anything for us, and she's just so amazing.
I want to give a shout out to Miss Gibson for always being really sweet and always being there for whenever we need it.
I would like to thank Coach Bennett for always motivating me and pushing me to be the best that I can.
Okay, shout out to Mr. Tanner. He's the highlight of my day. He teaches well and makes my class easier.
I like to shout out Mr. Garcia. He's a really good teacher. He knows when to be professional, when to have fun with his students.
I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Moore because he keeps it real with me. He's really chill with everybody, especially with me, but he follows me too much, so I'd appreciate it if he stops following me. I don't like it.
I'd like to nominate Mr. Clark because he's a really, really good teacher. He always makes sure that you're okay. If there's a sad face, he'll go up to you, make sure your day's going good. He really cares about his students and makes sure that their life is good so that way they're in a good workspace while they're at school. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you to Ms. Gage. She's really helped me and she's always been there for me and other students when we've most needed her. I feel like she really connects to everybody and tries her best to entertain us
and is very creative with how she teaches.
I'm giving my shout out to Mr. Meyer, and he's really sweet and really understanding. He makes sure that everyone gets the subject before he moves on.
We know this year's been difficult.
Despite all the challenges this year has had to offer,
You have worked tirelessly to make sure our education comes first.
We're here to acknowledge all of your hard work.
Thank you for making school a great experience for us.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.